What up, y'all? What up, y'all? Today, I'm about to react to investigated the Bermuda Triangle, missing ships. Check it out, y'all.
Bermuda Triangle is said to be the most dangerous stretch of water in the entire world.
And right now we're literally over the Bermuda Triangle where tons of planes go missing.
I'm gonna be spending the next few days.
Bro, wait, he took a flight there? He took a flight over? Again, I would have been pissing myself.
Is said to be the most dangerous stretch of water in the entire world.
It is crazy, I'm not gonna lie.
And right now we're literally over the Bermuda Triangle where tons of planes go missing.
I'm gonna be spending the next few days on the island of Bermuda to figure out why so many ships and planes disappear here. I'll be talking with scientists and people who have actually lost loved ones in the triangle. And I'll even be taking a boat out into the open ocean to uncover mysteries hundreds of years old and reveal to you the truth of the Bermuda Triangle.
You've flown over the Bermuda Triangle probably hundreds of times.
No, this was the first time.
Oh, really?
Yes.
So good experience?
Yeah.
Nothing weird that you experienced?
Nothing weird, yeah.
Did anything happen with the equipment, or was it
On the
good?
airplane? No, everything was
Well, that's
good,
crazy.
yeah.
It's your first time.
Yeah,
That's
first
honestly
time,
wild.
so-
So, like, who named this the cockpit? It was his first time flying to Bermuda. It's because all the other pilots died.
Over the past century, dozens of ships holding hundreds of people have
Yo, I heard so many stories of like the Bermuda Triangle and like, you know, like the crazy shit, like mad theories, mad, you know what I mean? Like ships, planes, people that go missing there, you know what I mean? I heard that it was obviously aliens. I heard that it was like something with like magnet or something in the ocean that like pulls it down. I don't know, gang. Like I heard a lot of shit, bro. So this video's gonna be interesting.
vanished in these waters with no trace and never to be found again. So naturally, the first spot we headed to was the docks to talk to local captains about their experiences.
I might ask this guy over here. Do you know anything about disappearances?
I remember a few weeks back, it was a guy on a kayak here going out and he went missing, and the Coast Guard actually had to get involved and they actually found the guy several miles offshore. Fortunately, he was okay. If you're not careful, yeah, you could actually get swept away.
You guys have never heard of anyone disappearing?
Yeah, I know a couple guys that went missing. One of the ships sailed off from here and went straight bottom about 100 miles offshore. Everybody on board.
Wow.
But
Damn.
I honestly don't know what happened.
You think it was just like navigation problems?
I would think so, but you never know.
We've heard a lot of stuff about like equipment not working out there. Is that true at all, or?
Oh, we don't experience that.
So everything's just.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I heard about like that the navigations will like go blank, that like the power will go out, like crazy shit like that.
Fine when you're out there.
From my point, yeah, sorry.
No, don't apologize. We're trying to figure out we don't want people to lie.
We do navigate by stars, but because of the size of the ship by law, we have to have modern navigation systems.
Oh wow.
Have you guys run into any pirates?
Yes, we met some pirates, but then the Coast Guard came, and I mean, they were just driving next to us, and they were like trying to reach out to us by a megaphone.
Oh, that's scary.
Yeah, it was really scary. Yeah.
Is that pretty common out here?
It happens to me once. Right now the ship is chartered by college, so we have young people, 16 to 19 years.
Oh wow. I can't believe this was a group of 16 to 19-year-olds navigating by stars and ran into actual pirates. That's crazy, bro.
Yeah, I was definitely not that cool when I was 16.
I was playing Fortnite
Dude, I had just learned how to read.
at 16.
Well, okay, maybe that's a little young.
Dude, Ethan still can't read.
You can't?
No, I'm actually illiterate.
Damn, actually?
Yeah, he said I'm a little illiterate. I'm crying.
Why is he operating the camera?
Yo, we're making a video documentary about the Bermuda Triangle.
Why is he operating the camera?
Yo, we're making a video documentary about the Bermuda Triangle.
Can we interview you?
What's the craziest thing you've heard?
I mean, most of the crazy stuff we've heard has been from like online and stuff. We're kind of just wondering if it's like true, if a lot of people actually go missing here, or if it's like really just an internet thing.
Yeah, so not anymore. You've got Bermuda, Miami, Florida, and then Puerto Rico, right? All kind of blended into one. Pretty much what happens is you get warm water from the Gulf Stream, cold water from the North Atlantic. When that warm and cold mix right over top of us, you'll get weather. You could be out there and it's sunny like this, it's awesome, and all of a sudden, boom, shit weather.
Yeah.
And then you're screwed. The dude on the kayaks is a funny one. Not funny what happened, but
Well, he got found.
he got found.
He's good.
But I mean, they used every bit of resource that we had at our disposal. Like they had a Coast Guard doing like proper flight patterns, and they finally got him. He was off of that side of the island, like over that side,
Oh my
Damn.
gosh, he was out there.
like 100 miles off kind of thing, in a kayak.
Oh my god, the kayak is crazy. What the fuck are you doing, bro? No, so what? So I guess the water swept him to the other side of the ocean. That's insane, bro. On a kayak too, bro. Oh my god.
So
That's terrifying. We
What the
definitely should
fuck?
not go out on a kayak. That was my original plan, but.
What? You had us originally?
Well, dude, these boats are expensive.
You gotta be kidding me.
This is the best way to solve the mystery.
Best way to die.
Have you guys heard about War Thunder?
With Base 44, a simple sentence becomes your website.
War Thunder, the sponsor of today's video. War Thunder is a free-to-play multiplayer military game.
Engage in epic battles in locations around the world.
I'm just started
And
watching it.
improve with additional mods.
Also, if you've never played before or haven't played in the last 6.
Institute to get some answers for the disappearances.
All right, so now I'm here with Hannah, who is an educator at BUEI and is going to explain the actual history a little bit of the Bermuda Triangle, starting, I guess, at the origin.
So in and around this area, we've seen many ships and planes disappear without a trace. The USS Cyclops was going from Norfolk to Barbados, carrying 309 USS Navy personnel. It vanished in the middle of the triangle. That was its last known location, and without a trace. This is really strange and the largest loss of any USS Navy personnel in one go. Another really famous one would be Flight 19. So 1945, 5 torpedo bombers were taking off from Fort Lauderdale on a routine training flight out here, and they vanished without a trace. It was a beautiful, calm day. There was no understanding where they went. And what's even weirder is that the plane that went out to look for them also vanished on that day.
Oh my gosh.
Oh,
So many
fuck.
ships and planes have vanished here. And
Damn, yo, this is what I'm telling y'all, bro. Like, yo, it be mad crazy shit that, but like, we do not understand it. I don't know, bro. I'm not gonna lie, bro. I'm going with the aliens, bro. There gotta be some cursed ocean, aliens, something, gang. That's not normal.
speaking with an actual researcher, that reality had set in. But our next stop was to head onto a boat and venture out into the triangle for ourselves.
My name is Sloan. What we're going to do, we're going to start off by going around the southern side of the island. The waves are still up, so there's going to be a bit of swell. The reason we're going out there is because the closest point that the volcanic drop-off comes to the island is just off the southern side.
This was it. We were finally leaving the safety of the island and departing into the open waters. Waters where hundreds of ships have never returned from.
We are this second heading into the Bermuda Triangle. I guess we flew over it, but...
Yeah, but we haven't been in it. Oh, look at that cave.
If I was a pirate, that's where I keep my treasure. What's one of the more mysterious things you've heard of?
Boats that go out and never come back. And then you'll get your electronics to malfunction, you'll get things to just stop working.
Have you guys ever had like electronics problems or anything?
A couple weird things happen here and there and you think, okay, but nothing too mysterious. Yeah.
I did have one situation about 30 years ago where my electronics went down, and according to my speed and my course, when my electronics came back on, I was a lot further away than I expected to be. Your time, distance, and speed, in my brain it was going, okay, we're good, we're still heading this way, we should be right at point A in about half an hour. Well, when I got there, I wasn't at point A, I had gone about 10 miles past point A.
Oh, wow, that's terrifying.
Damn.
Yeah, it was weird, but I didn't think too much of it.
It was wild to hear Captain Sloan recount his equipment malfunctioning at such a level, but Hannah had given us a possible scientific explanation.
The first person to note any anomalies in this part of the ocean was actually Christopher Columbus. They noticed that their compass wasn't pointing towards the North Star, and it was actually spinning in different directions.
So if we took like compasses out there, they'd trip out and stuff?
I've seen it firsthand. The old school compasses spin in a confused pattern, and they don't all do the same confused pattern. And whether there's something in the sediments, which is most likely magnetite, for example, in the sediment, which is often found around seamounts and volcanic islands.
So we packed 2 compasses to test this theory.
This one's already not working.
Yeah, I want to see.
Bro.
I want to see if
Look
this
at
works.
this one. Oh wait. But see what I'm saying? That one's tripping up.
It went off. Bro, no way.
Dude, that one's off and this one's on.
What the heck?
Back in the day, obviously, your computer technology has changed. They relied on celestial navigation. They relied on just your magnetic forces, your compasses, and things like that.
We got one of the very basic compasses.
Yeah.
We wanted to see if it was working out here.
And what's interesting is if you take a compass like this and you put it, see how it moved?
Yeah.
Because there's metal in here, magnets in there.
Oh, so it'll affect this.
Yeah. So
okay, that makes sense.
yeah. They say never to mount a compass close to any electronic.
Would it be possible that there's something like really magnetic in the ocean that would affect this, or?
There is that possibility, yeah. I'm sure there are some magnetic forces out there that will make your compass go around in circles. I have yet to witness it, but you know, it could very well happen.
The red needle is supposed to point at. The red needle is supposed to. The red needle is supposed to point at north, whatever direction north is, so you can see when I turn it. But that's based off of the magnetic pole. So if I put this one here, this has a really strong magnet. It just points towards the magnet. So that could maybe explain some of the compasses not working if there was something really magnetic in the ocean.
But there were still some anomalies that were a little hard for science to explain.
I have seen on the southern side of the island I've seen a huge whirlpools, which it's quite. I've seen it once in my life, and it's about I guess maybe a quarter-mile wide, and it was this whirlpool that was just moving down the southern side of the island. No idea what created it.
Yeah, I was gonna ask.
Like, what causes a whirlpool to do that? You know, like all of a sudden it's like a bathtub. You got an eddy coming down.
That would be terrifying to see in front of us.
Yeah.
What are some other like actual reasons other than the magnetism, the magnetite, that is believed why these ships and aircrafts go missing?
Hurricanes, so that's a big thing. This is a hurricane alley right here that they come up, and the Gulf Stream goes up like this, and then Canary Current comes down, an equatorial current. And so we see a lot of hurricanes form in the warmer parts of the globe, and they usually travel then straight and they pinball up into this region. It wasn't until recently that we have the data and we have the ability to track them. So a lot of ships and planes would maybe leave when the weather is great, and then they run into a big storm, blowing them off course, leading to them running out of fuel or damaging a ship to sink them.
But the craziest explanation for the disappearances was something called methane bubbles.
Oh my gosh. Oh, the ship's cooked.
Yeah.
When the tectonic plates beneath the seabed shift over a methane vault, they will release a bubble. If you're 10,000 feet down at the bottom of the ocean, you get a little bubble come out. By the time that bubble makes it to the surface, it can be 8 miles wide. It can be 10 miles wide. A boat will be going along, and all of a sudden, a big bubble shows up. The boat.
But you see, I didn't learn that at school, bro. Have y'all learned this in school? I didn't even know about this shit. Damn, no, that's crazy though. So you could be in the ocean right now, and depending on how deep that bubble erupts from the ground, it could come out being a couple miles wide, bro. Like, yeah, now that's enough to take down the whole ship, bro.
Don't float on bubbles, they just sink, and then the water goes over the top.
That is wild.
Imagine
that's
just
crazy.
being out in the open ocean and a giant explosion happens from beneath.
So it's like, that's what I'm saying, it's like that kind of, depending on how, you know what I mean, deep the ocean is that happened. Fuck.
When it hits the atmosphere, it does the same thing to airplanes.
It can affect airplanes.
Yeah, the same, because it's a different density than the air. So your plane's flying along, and all of a sudden it hits a methane gas bubble, and it's going to want to go down.
Wow, that is lethal.
Another phenomenon to look out for are rogue waves, massive surges of water that can appear with no warning.
I seen that video.
Come out of nowhere. They can also sink ships. My grandfather was a container ship captain, and in his life he went through two. Both times lost most of his cargo.
Oh my gosh! By this point, we set our course to the eastern side of Bermuda, and soon enough, we came upon an actual shipwreck.
This wreck was hit by a storm back in the 40s, and it actually sunk out here, and they drug it in here to make a bit of a breakwater.
All right, guys. The water is freezing, but I've always wanted to explore shipwreck. That's where we get the answers. Oh, damn.
Oh my
gosh, it's so cold.
Now, while we were swimming to investigate the wreck, we also got to speak with an expert on shipwrecks here in Bermuda to find out why so many crash here.
I'm here with Philippe, the shipwreck expert.
There's a lot of Bermuda shipwreck experts, but I actually do it for the government.
I hear there's a lot of shipwrecks here.
There's tons. It's actually why the stories that started to collect around that part of the Atlantic got attached to Bermuda. Because Bermuda was already well known for having lots of shipwrecks.
We're on a shipwreck from around 80 years ago. Who knows how it actually wrecked in the Bermuda Triangle? We gotta go down there and we gotta find clues. Dude, it is freezing cold in this water.
What are the common reasons for ships wrecking?
The real reason is this sort of line here. These are what you call boiler reef. Within that fringing reef, there's an entire network of breakers, they call them. And that partly because they break up shipwrecks, but mostly because they break the surface. And it's much harder than most reef systems that you find, in the Caribbean, etc. It's like a very particular system, and it comes all the way to the surface. And there's an algae that grows, and it just keeps that rock just at the surface. So when those old wooden shipwrecks got sort of swept onto those, it would sort of break them all to pieces.
Swimming around the wreck, it was clear that the ship had been underwater for so long, an entire ecosystem had formed around it. And it was actually pretty beautiful. Aside from the fish, it was now clear to see the damage on the ship from when it likely hit the reefs on the outskirts of Bermuda. Referencing the science, it seemed like the ship didn't crash to anything supernatural, but instead the special reefs around the island just tore it apart.
When you're out here, you're coming across, you might see Bermuda. By the time you see it and go, hey, Bermuda, you're already on the reef.
Thank you much.
Groovy, man.
Groovy.
It's just crazy, like these massive ships just get absolutely obliterated. The gas bubbles. Oh no! That's my gas bubble, bro. Ew, bro. Yeah, that's a bit chilly.
You guys look like survivors, man.
We just made it out the Bermuda Triangle.
Another theory on the disappearances is the presence of sea monsters in the triangle. And while we didn't see any monsters, the fish here looked like straight up aliens.
I think it's a big one. Not really, I don't think it's a big one.
I never heard that one.
It's a monster.
They've got double hinged jaws, so it's about.
Oh shit!
It'd be great if he had no teeth.
What?
He looks kind of happy. All right, buddy. Sorry to disturb you.
Oh! Yeah, that nigga's dead, bro.
Holy! That is a big dude.
Yeah, that nigga's dead, bro.
Holy! That is a big dude. Mine's a wiggler.
Let's get a slimy dap up.
It's slimy.
Oh, that felt horrible.
It's all white and sticky.
But I was holding the fish with this hand.
Mind if we ask you some?
Alright, bro, I'm gonna end the video here, yeah. If y'all want to finish the video, it's only like 4 minutes left. It's called Investigating the Bermuda Triangle, Missing Ships. If y'all like the video, let me know, yeah. Comment, subscribe, like, all that, bro. Appreciate it.